So Sniper Spain, older brother to Jaws Spain. And we have Jeffrie Martinez. So just coming off an excellent match, Hill Thriller, with Skylar Hess on the table and Jace. So that was an exciting match. So we're about to see some more excitement here, I feel, with this particular match. I know Sniper shoots pretty good. Two balls down on the break. And he's got to look here at the two ball. Oh, he went for the bank and tried to fire it in. And he's going to get the fortunate roll here. The Sniper's going to be snookered behind the 5 and the 4 ball here. As you can see, he's pulled out the jump cue.
Requesting liftoff.
It makes a good jump.
3 ball going to be friendly to him here? I don't think so, but the 5 will.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's got 2-5 combo here. Ends up not making the ball, but not. I mean, you see a shot here for Sniper. Not something really you want to attack. He certainly has a couple safety plays here. I mean, he really could send this 2 ball. I mean, he could do a couple different ways, but he's got a couple lock-up safeties.
Oh, it's going to be just short.
So I actually like going the other way with that shot and playing the cue ball to lock up behind the 4 here on the rail and try to kick the 2, like the bank the 2 over between the 7 and 8 a little bit, because that was always an option if you don't get there. And look at this, he got married right to the 3. Oh, he kicked it right in.
I thought he was going to have to cut it. Wow.
He kicked it right in.
What a shot. Sorry, I changed the camera angle. I thought he was going the other way there for a second.
Well, I mean, not hateful there, but he's going to leave, I think, the edge of the 4 for sniper. Certainly not an easy shot being on the rail. And I mean, nothing really. I mean, if you fire this ball, trying to just cut it up the rail, if he can see really enough of it, which looks like he can. And he's got to avoid the scratch in the cross side. He went for it too.
You'd have been in tough shape on the 5.
Yeah, I mean, from there, you could play a 5-8 combo if need be, because it's not set up great. So he's gonna, looks like he's playing the 5-9 combo here, and he hits it beautifully. All right, guys. Oh. Yeah, just missed the shot there. Is going to leave sniper to come back at the table. So leaves him a easy pot here in the side pocket. Nice shot. A little straight here. He's almost got to come. Ideally, he'd like to be kind of right around where he's at now for the 3 if he's going to play it in the corner. Power draws it. Almost draws it into the pocket. At least he can see it.
Sniper's laying kind of tough on this 4-ball here. See if he decides to key it up for the bank, or if he's going to try to come with a safety here. Looks like he might be taking the bank on. The bank didn't go his way, but he does get a little help from the 8-ball here.
Yeah.
See, he's already got his jump cue out, not wasting any time. See what Jeffrie can do with this one.
Wow, what a shot. What a shot. Yeah, so you know he's looking at the angle here.
Do you try to hold it above, or do you just let the cue ball run out and go?
See, this was the problem with that particular shot with the scratch. So he put a lot of right-hand spin on it, and I almost think that shot you have to play, 3 rails.
Yeah,
so
and
you
come
cut
like
that
above
in,
it.
and then you come down below the 7. Like past the 9 ball, and he just put a little bit too much spin on it.
Well, I tell you what, Sniper's stepping to the table right now, ball in hand, 4 balls with pockets. He's down 1 rack. He is definitely looking to.
Yeah, I mean he certainly can play to run out. I don't know that I like being dead straight on this ball, but I think that what he's thinking is just drawing it back to play the 7 in the side, maybe. Given that he's straight. For me, I would have maybe, you could have just cut it in and came above it and played the 7. But obviously he's got the speed down.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was perfect.
And he's got a shot on it. And it's not much, really, he's got to do. I mean, he really can come up and play the 8 in the side, or he can just kind of come off the rail a little bit, and play the 8 in the corner. So he's got to be careful.
Do you just stun this with a tiny bit of draw below the side pocket here?
Yeah, so I really don't like this shot with this angle. So
I feel like it's so easy to overdraw it, and then you come down and you're either even, or above or below the 9 ball.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, if you could just stun this to the rail and make sure that you don't scratch in either side pocket, then you come across and you're going to have the shot on the 9, or you can roll it and take your medicine and take the long shot. But that's why I didn't particularly like it, because where he played the 7, he could have hit a little bit of inside and just came up to play. This worked out really well, but you see what I'm talking about, where he introduced the side pocket to come into play. And, it could have went wrong, but it worked out for him. Yeah, there you go. He gets on the board. And he's breaking very well.
Very controlled right there.
Yeah, and you can see how he's going to have a perfect shot here on the 2 ball. 3 ball, a little dicey. Given his where the 3 lies right now. So it looks like it might go by the 4 and 9. If it doesn't, then really this is the key shot, because he's got to play into fight, maybe even come 2 rails to play the 3 in the side.
That's going to keep going.
Yeah, I didn't like it like this. Is he going to get a window here? Holy cow.
No.
No, he's not. So see how he played that shot to come down? I almost liked him playing 2 rails coming down to this bottom long rail and playing the 3 in the other side pocket, because then you're 3-4, boom, boom, boom.
Tim Metter, Joshua Taylor, please, to the tournament desk.
But now he's going to have to jump here, so he's pulled out the jump stick. We've seen him make one already. He makes another good hit,
Off
jumps
the cue
well.
ball.
And look at this. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Things can happen when you jump. That's what you were saying earlier, Jake. Things can happen when you jump.
Yeah, but look where he's lied now on the 4 ball.
right, here's a good chance for Sniper.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what he needed. You can just tell a little bit early here. Tables are still very slick, and so it's going to take some time for the players to get used to it. But yeah, we're just seeing like some positional errors trying to get used to this speed of the table. But Sniper Spain is just one of those kids that he is constantly drilling. And, you know, that's what the Spain family basically preaches, you know, to all of these kids that are playing. There's three of them playing in the tournament. The youngest girl, Frankie, not the very youngest, but she's pretty young. She's in the event too. And where all the stuff comes with him is that he's constantly working on the repetitiveness, you know, of the shots. And, you know, that comes into play.
Just drilling it into the memory.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
drilling it in.
You know, because everybody asks, you know, like, how do you get to this level, or how do you play so good all the time? And really, there's no easy answer. The answer is you have to put the work in. And when you have to put the work in, you have to drill. You know, that's how you get better. They used to say, you hit the shot like 500 times. Look at this, Josh.
That turned out pretty well for him.
You know, you got to hit the shot like 500 times so that you have the muscle memory, so when it shows up, it feels automatic. And so there's, you know, that is honestly the truth, and any of the top players will tell you. Oh, he just
misjudged it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. And look at this. Just sits on there. This is going to be a very easy run out for Sniper.
Don't forget, guys, we are using Q-Score to track everything for this event, so you can find all the brackets online. Go to qscore.com/BSN for Billiard Sports Network, qscore.com/BSN. You'll see both of the tournaments there. There's technically two brackets because we have a 15 to 18 division, and then we have a 14 and under division. So you can follow along with your favorite players through those brackets, see how anybody in the whole event is doing at any time. The players are all keeping score in real time.
Q-Score in the background. Oh, avoids a scratch in the side and the corner. And he's going to have a look at the one. Doesn't have a pocket for it, but the 4 lies next to the side. So certainly could play it there if you like, but he's going to take a look at all of this because he's going to have to make sure to plan out where the one's going to go, where the cue's going to go. Oh, when he tried to get it by. Wow.
Backside, or?
No, he thought it went by. It looked like he was playing it to make in the corner. And like that particular shot is so tough. If it's tight like that, that's why I like playing the one. I like playing the 1-4 combo there. But if you do that, you have to take into consideration where cue ball and one ball is going to line up. So you either hit it hard to figure that out, or if you could hit it soft to get yourself into position. And he just could not sneak it by. So he's going to let Jeffrie Martinez come back to the table. He's going to have a thin cut here in the side. Oh, and he just missed it. And look, he's left a shot that doesn't go. You can see 2-ball just past the side pocket. He's, you know, a little farther on the rail, which makes it very tough. You know, that cue ball was out like another 3 or 4 inches. I like the shot then. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
look
it
at
falls.
That.
Oh, it falls. Nice shot by Sniper. This is one that matters here.
And he drilled it.
What a perfect shot.
Drilled it.
Absolutely perfect shot. You know, just smooth stroke, runs it up, and gets great position here on the 4. So let's see what he does here. Gotta get position here on the 7 ball. Nice.
Come on.
Plays it around for position.
It's perfect.
In the side. Lovely shot.
Perfect. That's like the 3rd or 4th one that he has played into the shot line at like perfect speed. Like speed control is
Yeah, he can
pretty
just
handsome right now.
punch this or roll it forward. Yeah, smart shot. And then you figure where you want to be out on the 9. You know, I like stretching this shot out with some outside English. You know, help it roll naturally, but you got to avoid this. No, Josh, no. Oh, wow.
So unfortunate. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Yeah, I mean, the other way to play that shot was check it up with some inside and come straight back down. You know, but if you're going to stretch it out like that, you got to make sure you put a lot of spin on it so you get out to that rail before the pocket. So unfortunate scratch there by Sniper.
All tied up 2-2.
Jacob Cole, Tyler Durling.
It was after he made this excellent shot in the rack to get to the 9. You see he back cuts this to the hole and gets absolutely perfect shape on the 4 ball. Look at this. What a big
3 balls
yeah.
down.
This is great. We've been seeing excellent breaks here on the TV table today.
Got Jeffrie rocking a Sandcastle Billiard shirt.
Yeah, Sandcastle. Big shout out to my buddy Ed Ladowie, if you're watching. Doing big things up there. This is tough here, you know. I mean, you know, you see the 8 sitting there, and you're like, man, this is. I definitely can make a ball here, but.
So where does that cue ball go?
Well, he made it, but a great shot here for the 2. At least he can see it. I mean, that's the upside here. And he just tries to bury him behind the 3. This is good.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well.
You know, it leaked out a little bit, but. Yeah, so we saw him miss a similar shot coming in like that before.
This is looking pretty good from here.
Yeah, he's given some opportunities back here to Sniper. And so he's just going to capitalize on them. He's just trying to cut this in, come off the rail for position on in the 3 on the side. Yeah, now you can just draw this back, play the 4 in the corner if you like.
I won my first one, lost my second one to Charles.
Yeah, perfect.
Wait till he's 13. Play the pool table with that kid.
Now nothing left to do it.
I don't mind losing to someone that actually plays and runs, like, and they know what they're doing compared to someone that just.
Pot the 4.
I cannot stand it.
If he wants, play the 5 in the other corner, or he can run it back. I mean, this is really whatever he feels like. Yeah, he holds it nicely. He gets straight in.
Might be.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Nice shot.
Feels good to let the stroke out like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see he's. I've actually played sniper a couple times, and you can see he's a little bit more polished right now. He gets out there, so he's going to lead 3-2. Oh, that's what you just did? Yeah.
Taking a Zoom. Take a Google Meet call, sorry.
Is Lori John still in here? Have you seen her?
She in?
She's here somewhere.
I didn't see her, no.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, trying to get her in the booth with you. Hey, he turned it down.
I can come back in if I go get something to eat.
I just need to get an order in at least to eat.
Yeah, I want to see because I need to eat too, and so I want to see if we can get. Well, one of us has got to be here to drive.
You need to show me how to change the score. That's very much it.
Gonna see if I get like Wilkie. I was gonna see if we could get Wilkie and maybe Dylan or Lord. Yeah.
Finish this match out.
Oh yeah. I know. Okay. Yeah. All right.
If you see her walk by. All right. Sorry, guys. Trying to figure out our eating arrangements. These days end up stacking up together, you know. It's already almost 4 in the afternoon. We've been cranking it since about 8 a.m. to get all this together for everybody. You see we got a sniper lining up on the 1 ball here. 2 ball hanging in the pocket next. Nine balls still sitting on the rack there. It's on the inside of this point here.
I am back in the booth.
Welcome back, Dale.
Thank you so much. Just needed a half an hour break there.
It's already been a half hour.
Yeah.
Went by pretty fast.
Work never ceases, unfortunately. So, quick work call and back in the booth. What have I missed so far, Josh?
Man, it's there's been some opportunity in the air,
Okay.
and there has also been some great shots made.
Wow.
So we've got a couple good jumps, a couple crazy rolls, and seeing if Sniper can extend his lead here.
Wow. It just makes a...
Yeah, unfortunately, doesn't get the 7 ball down here.
Again, a lot of hype for a man with Sniper in his name.
I know, right?
And he's up against Jeffrie. Yeah, I know Jeffrie quite well. Plays out of New Jersey Sandcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met him a few times down there while I've been at Ed Ladowie's place. Very friendly kid. Very eager to learn. Asks lots of questions, which is great. Just needs to get off the rail there a little. Could have bumped it just a bit more off the rail.
Yeah, I think he undercut that ball just a little bit, which you saw the 8 scrape the rail. Kind of made the cue ball die a little bit off the rail.
It looks like a close match. 3-3. All right, we have a very special guest. We are joined here by Laurie John Hansen. I'm starstruck right now.
Thank you.
This is the first time we've met. I'm a big fan of yours, and thank you so much for joining us here. I know that you're a big. You work with Jake and obviously Josh, and it's great to have you in the booth.
Yes,
Welcome.
thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Wouldn't
Very
have it any other way.
excited to be the. I'm honored to be here at the first DynaSphere Cup. You know, love the DynaSphere balls.
Yeah.
I will tell you, they are. When they say the next gen, you know, in in the Belgian ball industry, and it is. I mean, it is. They're awesome.
It's great to have a choice away from the Aramith, have dominated for so many years. And I'm really glad that, that, like I say, the Belgian balls out of Salou, they seem to have been the hub for billiard ball production. I don't know why that is.
Because of the consistency. It's the consistency and it's the weight. And when I was asked to try these balls initially, I kind of shrugged my shoulders. I didn't know what to say, and I looked at him and I went, "They're as good or better right now that I like." I go, "But they're as good as," and he went, "That's what I wanted to hear." Yeah. That's all he wanted to hear,
good
and it was, it's the weight. So hopefully, and obviously the different colors, you get used to it,
Well, I hear they're coming out with a Palladium set, which are going to be the same colors as what we're all used to. They're currently in production in China, or they're currently being used in China. Thank God. But Mike was obviously here, and I saw you talking to Mike off the stream. He's obviously the VP for DynaSpheres USA.
Yes, they're my sponsors too.
Yeah.
So I
I'm right here with you.
I see, and what's nice about it too is that I don't represent anything I don't believe in.
Correct. Yeah,
I've had opportunities to represent, and I'm thinking to myself, I can't do it. I hate it. I hate them. Yeah. So.
No, I've seen your raffles. I've seen you doing little raffles here and there, and you're getting off cues and some DynaSphere balls and all this sort of thing. So I think it's just awesome.
All the time, and it's nice to hear I love hearing the comments back. That's the biggest thing. Just give me your honest opinion.
Absolutely.
That's all I ask, and I haven't gotten one negative. Not one.
I just did my 6-month review as part of the package that I signed up for with Mike, and they lost very little. Almost no weight was lost over that 6-month period, and the consistency in the ball, they stayed exactly the same shape across the entire set. So I was really impressed with it. And again, there are other balls out there, obviously, but these are the ones that we're here, and they're the title sponsor of this inaugural junior championship that we've put on with Billiard Sports Network here. And I think is that Jeffrie that's gone up 4-3 there, Josh?
Sure is.
Wow, 4-3 Jeffrie. So taking the ascendancy here. Do you know any of these players?
I am familiar with Sniper,
Wow.
and I'm familiar with Jeffrie.
Excellent.
I have in the past maybe 3 to 4 years I've done a lot with the juniors.
Fantastic.
So I've gotten to know the names, and I've gotten. I won't say who, but I definitely have my favorites.
I have my
favorites. I do. I have a few of my favorites.
It's only me and Josh that need to be impartial. You can say whoever you like.
But I do have my favorites that I root for, and so far so good. And man, these juniors, they play good.
Yeah, we were saying. I was like, I'm not even shocked anymore.
No.
I'm tired of being shocked already.
It's amazing. It's the future of our sport.
Yeah,
and
it really
I will
is.
definitely say that. And you have to have these tournaments and things for them to look forward to. And
they've travelled in from all parts of the country today as well. We've got California, Texas, as Jake said, and not just local players here. We really did want to extend it, which is why it's part of the entire package. There's a lot of money on offer, for the winner. Fantastic trophies. Did you get a chance to see the trophies yet?
Yes.
Beautiful crystal glass.
They are.
Probably the nicest trophy I've seen, actually, and I've been playing 20 years.
The pro one's going to be even better. So
we're jealous. I'll be back for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
I get to play in that though.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to opt out then if Laurie's playing. No way.
Oh well, look at how that turned out.
Turned out great. Sometimes you definitely need the rolls in this game, and
I mean he does have the 5 is kind of sitting in the pocket for him to play towards it if he wants to, but
yeah, easy to sell out. But needs to be aggressive. He's behind here. Played it slow. Whoa. Unlucky.
See, now that to me, my opinion, that was being indecisive.
Yeah.
You either need to go for the shot or play the inside, where he comes inside and play the safety. But I think when you're indecisive, you always, at least me, I always get punished.
Betwixt and between.
Oh, horribly. Make a mistake, but go for it.
Correct.
Be committed to the mistake you're going to make.
Exactly.
like
You
we
know,
were
because
saying,
you're going to
if you
get
go-
punished either way anyway. You know, that was a beautiful shot. I love how he crossed that one ball and
A
sent
coach
it
of mine
back.
that said if you've got two things in your mind, if you're trying to go for two balls, like you're trying to make the ball and carry on the ball, we say go for two, miss two, go for one, make one.
Yeah.
You know, so I've always stuck by that kind of rhythm and just focus on one and put everything you have into that. This isn't an easy kick. Perhaps you could share some knowledge for me, which way you would kick at this. You can kind of... Do you like two rails, or do you have to put a bit of draw on this to straighten the angle?
I'm looking at the draw, but I don't know if the 7 ball is down too far to do it. You know what I mean? Like I can't. It's very difficult
see
for
it
me
from
sometimes to see at this angle. But if he can go just miss the 7 ball and then draw it,
Draw it
it
underneath.
straightens it, it curves it back towards there. That might be his only shot.
Do you like playing on new equipment where that extra bit of slide, new balls, new cloth?
That's tough.
So you have to judge that extra bit of length.
You do, and the harder you hit, the more it slides.
The more it slides, correct, yeah. So
and
it
so
kinda
he's going to
shortens
go
up.
1, 2, 3.
I can go behind the two.
1, 2,
Look at
3,
this.
and
Ooh.
he just missed it. Yep.
The pace wasn't quite there. I think even if he had contacted, I don't think he'd have got a rail. What do
No,
you think?
I don't
No.
think so.
Great effort, though. Fantastic vision.
I like. I teach some of the juniors who are up and coming, and I taught them. You know, the straighten out.
Straighten
you know,
shot, yeah.
They were just like, whoa.
It's understanding the physics. There's a lot of physics behind Paul. And, when
And I
understand-
told them, I said, the harder you hit, the more it won't work.
Correct.
It's a stroke, and you have to just go underneath and.
Because with the rail, it kind of like is understanding how much it goes underneath the rail and then bites and comes back. And it's the same with topspin. You can widen an angle using topspin. I've been impressed. I mean, like I say, we've commentated 3 matches so far, or I certainly have with Josh. I think this is the 4th match, but their ability to understand the strategic play and know when to play safe, it's a skill that you have to learn. And I don't know, I certainly learned it before 18.
You can only learn it in tournaments.
In tournaments,
this is where you learn how to kick, how to play safety, and how to. Ooh, he overcut that. Wow.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was a real nice try. But that problem solving, the analytical thinking, this is why, I think playing pool as a junior, I kind of turned into that. Because I'm an operations, I work in security operations.
Absolutely.
So now it's like my analytical thinking, I attribute to playing pool as a youngster, because you're always making decisions. You're always trying to say to yourself, okay, what's the highest percentage I've got? These kids do it so well nowadays. It's like math.
I love the ones they do, break. Like I love being. You can see when you're young, you just break and run out aimlessly. You just run out like there's no
Like water,
tomorrow.
like running
and
tap.
Yeah.
Look at that shot.
Wow,
What a great shot.
Beautiful.
See, that was a great shot that he chose to shoot it in the corner. Got himself better. You take a
Better
more
shape.
difficult shot for better reward, for an
Correct.
easier reward. And
What we
so
were just talking about, risk versus reward. They're weighing up the percentage and they're going from there.
Oh, yes.
Now he's got a more simple, he can just
stop, and or
out.
roll up a little bit, whatever it is. It's very simple.
Been impressed there. Like I say, I live up in New York, Laurie. So this gentleman Jeffrie plays out of Sandcastle, New Jersey. So I've had the opportunity
Ed
to see him play a couple of times. Good old Ed.
Good old Ed.
Are you playing at all in the NBL or anything else that's kind of linked into that,
Not well.
or just
In
observing?
in the future.
Yeah.
I would love to in the future, and I would love. I really support Ed on what he's doing, and.
We use everything.
To the tournament desk, please, Kevin Steele.
Oh, no soft breaking, they said. No soft breaking.
No.
I put that down to a soft break. But he didn't get rewarded, so I'm okay
No.
with that. They're not paying 3 points, you see, but they did say you need to hit the rack hard. So
And my opinion. I think. It's hard. It's difficult because you're dealing with little 8-year-olds. You know what I mean? So how hard are they going to be able to hit the rack?
Correct.
And you can't punish them the whole entire time.
No,
But
you can't.
at some point,
When does it transition?
the transition, it should be for the 14-year-old and up should absolutely do it.
Hard break, yeah.
because we have to deal with Europe. And the ACC, you know, I get really tough and I get really upset when I see, like, you know, Europe dominating,
Oh, yeah.
you know, the States. And
There's such a
I
gap.
know why. Because we're
We're
my
not pushing
opinion,
them.
we're not pushing them. You know, and I try and be very careful on what I say and you know how I say it, but we soft stroke these kids, and I'm thinking, you know, even in the women's division, they were like complaining about 3-point, and I said, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "Do you ever do any of you plan on going to the World Championships? You know, we're going to get killed."
Yeah, I
So-
mean, they're just going to outperform us, and it's. I mean, whenever the conversation about pool coming up in the Olympics and those things come up, then I think about
Bad shot.
Wow.
Put inside English on that. Didn't need to.
I think about everything you're saying, which is that the way that you know, the youth is playing in the sport and the way that they're being trained is just so vastly different. And now is the opportunity for things to start to change, and that's what's so exciting about what me and Jake are doing with BSN is we see that vision of it, and we see the ability, like, hey, let's create the ability for them to come out and play and do it again and do it again and get the tournament season. Like
You have to get the seasoning. And the only other thing is the States were. It's a great thing,
yeah,
and we're punished
Right.
because you know, you come from New York and New Jersey. I'm from New Jersey originally. These tables were toy tables.
Yeah.
This was. I was insulted that people even thought I might have played on these.
Yeah.
Then I moved to South Carolina. Good luck finding a 9-foot.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean you don't have 9-foot tables? Like,
I've never even heard of this.
Like, everybody plays on 7-foot
Oh no!
tables.
Elite foul. Wow! What a mistake. This is the tactical timeout time, Josh.
Yeah.
Take a timeout. Let him sweat it. I'm 2 behind. I know that I'm out here. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to take a quick timeout.
Just baking the mistake.
Yeah, baking the mistake. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Make them baking the mistake.
shake and bake. Yeah,
That was a nice
shot.
touch.
That was.
That was a really nice touch there. Sometimes, you know, on the 8 and 9, you just kind of see something very simple and you just shoot.
Yeah.
And I think we've all done it, you
Yeah,
know, where
everyone's-
you shoot a little bit too fast, take something a little bit for granted, you know, and
Yeah.
you know, I know it sounds, you know, ridiculous, and you really don't need to, but
9 ball.
that was a good break.
It's unfortunate where that one's dressed up, though.
Let's see what this 1-4 is looking like.
Combination isn't really that. I mean, the combination actually would work
Sitting
well
nicely, isn't
because if he follows up the cue ball just a little bit, the one's going to come to the, you know, go to the right, and he probably will get it in the side pocket.
I like that play. And I think the pockets are playing big right now because of the slide.
And you can't shoot this hard. You know, you're not shooting this firm. Yep, that's it. Now come out. Perfect.
Very nice. And he's got the 2-9 now, too. So even if he just drops this in, he's still got an opportunity to make the 9 off of the 2. Maybe a carom shot after this.
Or what else do you say? Pop it?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Just pop it in.
Just
Sorry.
pop it
that's
in.
That's
Pop
the
it in.
English accent coming out. I'm not a true New Yorker. Hey, just drop that in, and now he has the carom. What would you attack, actually? Do you attack this with the cue ball, or do you go the 2 onto the 9?
Well, I think now that he's on the rail, does that change it?
Do you think, like, put the 2 on the 9, or do you use the cue ball into the 9?
Ooh, I think the cue ball right now. I don't know. I mean, I love combinations.
Oh, we tried it
but,
too.
Oh, look at this. Oh, I thought it was going to kiss it into the
It's-
You
side.
know, either way, that was way too hard.
Yes.
I don't know what I guess he was trying to get the cue ball over there. You can't. He
Yeah, you
didn't
need to drop
have
that
that.
in.
He needed to be more in the middle of the table.
Look at this.
Ooh, look at this. What a great shot.
and
Oh
he
my
sold out.
gosh.
Look where
What
he left
a-
it, though.
Great try.
I cannot believe he hit it twice. The 2 ball hit the 9 twice
See,
and
with-
didn't fall.
With this one, this is where you find the middle, come up to this pocket here, and then parallel across. And I like the 2 rail kick into the 2 onto the 9. If there's a gap there, I'll be very surprised. Is there a gap?
I can't see it.
He's
doesn't.
He's not jumping that, right? What's he played there?
Oh, he just
okay.
Okay. Give him ball in hand.
Oh, he's just. Oh, sorry. I'm like, wow. Isn't that loss of game? No, I'm way out.
No, you just give him ball in hand, and but as
Make him
far
earn
as
it.
I think Jeffrie can run these out.
Yeah, make him earn it.
Adrian Prasad to the tournament desk, please.
He's got to be kicking himself after the last rack, so refocus and go again.
It's the biggest thing that, it teaches when you have a lot of tournaments and things like that, to let your last mistake or whatever it is that you want to call it go.
100%.
I tell people if you focus on that the whole entire time, it destroys you. You have to just think of it's done. You can't change the past, no matter
Correct.
what. So
Best players, shortest memories.
yeah. I mean, you see them, you see the best players in the world miss shots that you're like, what? Or make a mistake, and
Best thing I ever learned was the fact that we're all fallible and we're all going to miss at some point.
He
It's
plays-
just understanding
yeah.
how you're going to miss and how you're going to accept it. Some people can't accept that miss. Pool is a perfect game, but nobody can play perfect all the time.
Jeffrie played a good safety there, even though he didn't hook him like he wanted to. Leaving someone on the rail kind of, or close to the rail,
Good distance as
makes it difficult.
Good return though.
Think
He
can't
might
tell.
have left this to him.
He can make it.
I think he
probably
can make it. So it was good. It was a good attempt though from the sniper. Yeah,
It
it was a great shot.
5-5 is a lot more preferable than 6-4 down and he's on the hill. It's such a big swing. This like when you're 5-4, it's worth an extra game, isn't it? If you go 6-4 now, it's almost like winning 3, having a 3-ball.
I love how Jeffrie shoots those shots. He has a really nice stroke and really he just shoots. I don't know. It's just that smooth stroke and
Beautiful,
it's confident and it's beautiful. Yeah, he hit both of those shots in just beautifully.
I call this one a tickle. Tickle it round 2 rails because you don't need to hit it hard on these tables.
I'm gonna have to remember these these things. Pop and tickle it around.
Pop and tickle. There you go.
And he tickled it around perfectly.
There you go.
Nice shot.
Very nicely done. Okay, he takes the ascent. We have a different ethic. We don't have as much league play, but then we don't do handicaps. So when you play even all the time, and it just creates monsters, in my opinion.
It does.
They don't. They
I mean,
don't have
people
that
who
system.
want to play,
Yeah,
really
are
play. And it used to be when I was younger, pros did not play on small tables.
Never, no.
Never. And now it's changing, and I wish I had the right formula where
It's just so popular, though.
we either need you can't it's like the snowball that's just rolling and you can't stop it. It's not going to stop, and it's not, as much as I didn't like it many years ago, it is. Like if I'm invited to play in a tournament, like if I come here in May, I got to play on a bar table. So
It's unfortunate.
It's I either can hate it and complain about it, or
It's
just
the
do
model.
it and enjoy it.
It's the model in
So
America.
I wish we can, whether Americans need to change completely, and I'm not saying that you can't do it. Do we need to change completely and go to 7-foot tables? And this is what it is, and create our own, literally our own tour and own it. I mean, and maybe that is,
It's a
maybe
lot
that
about-
is the way.
It's a lot about what Ed's trying to do, is trying to create that 9-foot, that stepping stone between amateur and pro, that it doesn't exist in the US right now for people that can challenge themselves and actually say, I'm going to take the next step. But there's no platform for them to do it, because you rightly say the model for making money in this country, unfortunately, lies with bar box.
Thank you.
If you're a room owner,
Yeah.
you've got
And the leagues.
You want to do league night 5 nights a week, or
Yeah.
do you want to have 9 9-foots or 16 7-foots?
Yeah.
And I know that I'm going to make guaranteed money off of that because that's what all the leagues cater to. So I think you're 100% right. You know, it's unfortunate that we can't get rid of it overnight, but
This right here is Sniper's chance back in this match.
It sure is. I don't know.
We're off on a tangent,
What did
sorry.
Jeffrie try to do there?
He overrolled position onto the 7 and he got on the short side of it and just wasn't able to make it happen. And so
Did he try to bank it or safety?
I think he was going for a safe and it just didn't work out.
Okay.
How he cross-banked the one ball early in the match and it was beautiful that way. Same type of shot.
He tried to,
just the
just
speed
didn't
was just a
work.
little
Okay.
off. Yep.
Okay.
Sniper.
Oh, nicely done. Right back. Oh, got to slow down.
That's
No,
good.
I think
Good
it's
speed.
going
might
to
be perfect.
I think it's going to be just
Look at that.
fine.
Tables are
Wow.
rolling beautifully, aren't they? This is going to make a match of it. 6-5, tactical break. What do you think?
You got to do it.
Got to do it. Got to make him sweat, you know. We'll pan the camera over.
When I'm sitting on this side, I love hill matches.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be on a hill.
You don't want to be in it.
Because I like watching the emotions that the players have to go through to stay composed and try to win hill. I love the mental side of the game.
Right.
Look at this. Oh, keep going. He needs an angle. Oh, he got it.
No love. It's going to be a push out, I'm afraid. Great break, though. How many balls did he make on this one? 2? The 8 and the 5. Where do you push out to here, Laurie?
I hate. Can I just tell you? I hate push out. I really do
yeah.
because
Someone
I feel
agrees
like
with
it's.
you here.
I feel like it's selling. I feel like you sell out. Like that. Okay. So well.
I said it on a forum
Actually-
once and they lynched me. It was like a lynch mob came after me and said, you can't get rid of the push out.
No, it's not. It's not that you don't have to get rid of it. It's me personally. I'm going to. A lot of times I'm going to kick because if you do that, you're going to just leave the person, and he didn't hit that. He had
you
an
sell out
opportunity.
anyway, yeah.
You set up the other person for a really good, kick or safety.
Yeah.
Now, if I can jump, and I know I can jump, I'm going to push out to a jump shot.
Correct.
And then, you're probably going to give it to me, like I would give to someone because I'm not going to take a jump shot. But it's just, not saying to take it away. I mean, I like the push. The push is fine. But I hate pushing. I just hate it. Like,
You feel it gives too much of an advantage to your opponent if you don't do it correctly. Because there are some good pushes that maybe you might see something that they don't.
yes.
Maybe you're trying to edge them or
Yes.
goad
So if
them
you're
into
good
something.
if you're good on maybe slicing in a ball and they're not, or
You've noticed the
whatever it
weakness.
might be, the weakness of someone's, then you would go for that. But I mean, I always see, no matter where I go, I'm like, well, they're going to do this, they're going to do this, they're going to do this. I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You've already played out every single option that's ever been.
or to me,
Yeah, of course.
Listen, I'm always learning. I've learned how to play one pocket in the past 2 years, and it has really helped my game.
Yeah, 100%.
Really
I'm
helped my
a
game.
fan. I've only just recently picked it up myself, and I was into straight pull before, which helped again with my rotation. But
Very
one
much.
pocket is the next kind of thing for me to learn, I think.
It's a fascinating. It's a game that I hated that I now love. Yeah. So. Well, he kicked that ball really well and didn't get reward. I mean, he hit it and kind of got. I mean, he got a little bit of a roll, but
I kind of feel
He's
like
gonna have
he's trying to force it a bit, He's got fortunate again, but he
it's-
doesn't need to be the one that forces this.
no.
Just
And what's interesting is he tried that shot, and so I do lots of teaching, and if he shot that shot in front of me, I complimented his stroke before, right? I love Jeffrey's stroke. I complimented it. His stroke was not good on that one. It was his smooth stroke
It was-
came
it was, like,
across,
rigid.
and it was rigid and choppy.
Do you think the number one reason for that is just the
across it.
nerves and the tenseness of the situation?
Good possibility. Good possibility.
What
I'm
advice-
gonna see this. See, like, he just stroked that in simply nice, And I know he had to do something with the 2 ball. I understand that, and
Yeah.
sometimes but you still have to stroke, even though you have to maybe punch a ball, whatever it is. You still have to stroke it. That's a really hard shot.
That was rough, wasn't it?
That was a hard shot.
Tough from there.
Rolling from a whole I don't care if it's a 7-foot table, whatever table. Rolling from the end rail down is
those.
Boy,
that
that's
dead
tough.
speed. Yeah,
That's
you have to
just
be really
tough.
You have to be stroking really well. And a lot of people, they try and punch it, and it's so often, you kind of just stroking through it is completing the stroke and making sure you have the follow through, regardless if you're on the rail or if it's that far. It's a hard skill. It's a very hard skill to perfect.
So say some of these juniors are coming back after and they're watching some of this footage and they're hearing some of this feedback. What advice do you have for them on keeping the stroke smooth? Isn't that the $1 million question?
It is, and that's hard because you're definitely dealing with nerves, and you're dealing with like, oh my God, if I miss this, like
the whole pressure of the situation.
All the pressure of this, yeah. So, but if you have a routine and you know that you stroke a certain way, if your hand stops at the side of your chest every time, don't let it go anymore, and don't stop it before it gets there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Change. That's one thing that I look for. Like, I'm really stringent on mechanics.
Yeah.
So they either love me or hate me.
Depends on how good their mechanics are.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Got away with that one.
I was going to say that was a
little heart in the mouth.
Squeaker.
You do that, I'll do this.
It's a race, Dale.
So I just think it's about consistency and knowing your own body and where, maybe choking up on your cue stick a little bit more if you know that you have to, to still stop here.
Yeah.
You might choke up a little bit so you get that little pop, but you're, good shot.
There it is.
You made it. Good shot. That was good. That was a good match.
Thank you so much for joining us, Laurie.
Thank you so much for having me. I love. If you need me later, I will be here.
Absolutely. We'd love to have you back in.
Yes.